Hey guys, Jennifer here with the Family Fudge, and welcome back to another subscriber lunch Sunday. Now, last week I told you guys I was looking for budget-friendly lunch ideas, and boy, did you guys deliver. In fact, I got so many awesome ideas sent in that there is definitely going to be a part 2 to today's video. All of the lunches I'm sharing today are super quick and easy, and you guys, I broke down the items in each lunch to figure out their approximate cost. And all the lunches today came in at about $2 to $3 per lunch, which is really good. Now, if you are a subscriber and you have a lunch idea you'd like to send in, I'll go ahead and put a link in the description box below so that you can do that. Make sure to stay tuned till the end of this video so that you can be part of our 500,000 subscriber giveaway. And now, without further ado, let's get on to the lunches. Okay guys, I'm kicking things off with a lunch idea sent in by Tara. Tara is from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I was actually really touched by the email that Tara sent in with her lunch idea. She had so many kind words for me, and she also let me know that she watches, that her sister watches, and even her grandma watches bunches of lunches. So thank you, Tara. I am super excited to put together your lunch idea. Now you guys, Tara's lunch idea is actually a hot lunch idea, so I'm going to be using my Omni box for this. And I'm going to get started by gathering all of the ingredients for Tara's main course. For her main course, Tara requested a Korean kids dish, something called soya. Now, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but she says it's a very popular and budget-friendly Korean-style kids dish. This only has a few ingredients and it is so quick to put together. So to make this, I'm going to start by chopping up one whole onion. Then I'm also going to be chopping up one bell pepper, and I decided to go with the green bell pepper because for some reason the green bell peppers are always way less expensive than any other color. I'm not quite sure why, but if you know, let me know down below. Now I'm also going to be using several different pantry staples for this recipe as well, including ketchup, soy sauce, and just a little bit of sugar. So even though I've never made this recipe before, I can kind of see a sweet and sour thing going on. Okay guys, so to put this together, I'm going to start by adding all of my chopped onion and my chopped bell pepper to a large pan. And I'm going to cook these on medium for about 5 minutes or so. I want to make sure that all of the veggies get nice and soft and just a little bit caramelized as well. Next, I'm going to be adding in a whole package of cocktail weenies. Now, according to Tara, she said that in Korea, the sausages that are in this recipe are a little bit different, but here in the US, these little cocktail weenies are like the closest thing you can find. And of course, since these are just little hot dogs, they are super affordable as well. So now I'm going to mix this all together, and I'm going to cook it on medium-high, stirring frequently, almost like you would with a stir fry. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put together the sauce that goes along with this dish, and I'm really just eyeballing this here. I'm adding a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of soy sauce, and then finally just some plain white sugar. I'm going to whisk this all together and then pour it into my pan. Next, I'm just going to mix this all together and cook it for 1 or 2 more minutes. And while it's still nice and piping hot, I'm going to add it into the lunchbox. Next, to go along with the main dish, I'm also going to be including some steamed white rice. Not only does this go really well with the main course, but you guys, rice is also on the top 10 least expensive food list. And even though this looks like a good amount of rice I'm adding into here, this really is only about 5 cents worth of rice. So yeah, super affordable. Now to go along with this, Tara also requested just a regular pear, really affordable, especially compared to other fresh fruit. Now for Tara's snack, I'm also going to be adding in a hard-boiled egg. A single egg is going to cost you anywhere between 11 to 25 cents each. And I did go ahead and add a sprinkling of salt and a little bit of pepper to this egg. And to make it extra cute, I'm also going to add just a couple of these little googly eye picks. I am going to go ahead and add in a special treat. I know that Tara is a big fan of anything chocolate, so I'm just adding in one of this little tiny fun-sized candy bar. This is actually a Three Musketeers bar. I was able to find these at the Dollar Tree in a pack of 10 for just $1. And then last but not least, for Tara's drink today, she requested the most affordable and probably healthiest option, which is just some water. Total estimated cost for Tara's lunch comes to just $1.96. Out of all the lunches I'm sharing today, this is definitely the least expensive. And honestly, you guys, this lunchbox is full of food. Okay guys, are you ready to tell me your favorite part? Let's start with Lily, and I think I know what it's going to be.
My favorite part was the pear.
Yeah, I'm right.
And the candy.
Chocolate. Chocolate is always good. What about you, Kenzie?
Try to guess what it was.
The hard-boiled egg?
The rice.
The rice. And what about you, Jack?
My favorite part was probably the rice and the sausage.
Yeah. Next up, I'm going to be making Hannah's lunch. Hannah is from Germany, and for her lunch today, she requested a food that's actually really popular for breakfast as well. And you guys, that's actually a really good money-saving tip for lunchtime, is to actually eat breakfast-style foods. Things like pancakes and cereal and eggs are really affordable. But for Hannah's lunch today, I'm going to be making some good old-fashioned oatmeal. Now, honestly, you guys, you can find oatmeal in lots of different varieties, but the kind I'm using today costs only about 6 cents per ounce, which is a super low price. You really could make yourself a big bowl of oatmeal for just a little bit of money. So that's basically what I'm going to do today. Now you guys, let me know in the comments down below if you are an oatmeal fan. What kind of oatmeal do you prefer? I know some people like steel cut oats, some people like rolled oats. Let me know what your favorite is. So the first thing I'm going to add is just a little bit of brown sugar. Next, I'm adding just a dash of salt. Then I'm going to top that off with a few sprinkles of cinnamon. Now I'm just going to mix this all together, and then I'm going to try my best to get this into the lunchbox without spilling it everywhere. That is such a challenge for me, you guys. I am always spilling the food. So now I'm taking a spoon and I'm sort of flattening out the top because I do want to add just a few more toppings onto here, including some dried fruit. In this case, I'm using raisins because they're definitely one of the cheaper dried fruits that you can use. Plus, I think they go really well with oatmeal as well. There are so many options, but to keep this budget friendly, I'm just going to add a little bit more cinnamon to the top and it will be ready to go. For Hannah's fruit today, she requested an apple, which is another lower cost fruit option. I was able to find this apple at Walmart for just 49 cents. And now because I want to be able to fit this into the lunchbox, I'm going to go ahead and dice up this apple, and I did go ahead and sprinkle just a little bit of lemon juice on top, and that will hopefully keep our apple from turning brown. And then into the apple section, I'm also going to be adding in 2 little food pigs, and I decided to go with these cute little blue bunnies. For Hannah's vegetable today, she requested baby carrots. Now I love that baby carrots are ready to go right out of the bag, but if you're looking for an even cheaper option, if you just get a regular carrot and cut it up yourself, you could definitely save some money. Next, I'm going to be adding in Hannah's snack. She requested some pretzels, and you guys, pretzels really are a very affordable snack. This big bag of store brand pretzels was literally just over $1 for this entire bag. Now I actually did some price comparison shopping when I was at Walmart, and I found that the name brand pretzels were over $1 more expensive than these generic ones. So yes, don't be afraid to go with the generic brand. That will definitely save you some money. Now moving on to Hannah's treat. For her lunch today, she requested a simple homemade muffin. And since I know Hannah's a fan of chocolate, I'm going to go ahead and add in this chocolate zucchini muffin. I actually made a big batch of these earlier this week, and I did make a video on how exactly I make these muffins. Believe it or not, these chocolate muffins actually include zucchini as well, but trust me you guys, they do not taste like zucchini. They are so good. Now I did actually make a video on this, so if you're curious on how to make these muffins, I will leave the video link down below. And then lastly, for Hannah's drink today, she requested a water. Definitely an affordable drink option, and healthy too. Okay you guys, my estimated total cost for Hannah's lunch comes to about $2.63. Okay guys, what do you think? What's your favorite part?
My favorite part is the oatmeal.
What about you, Jack?
My favorite part was probably the chocolate zucchini muffin and the carrots. I mean the pretzels.
Pretzels. And Lily?
I I just like the muffin.
Just the muffin?
It is a zucchini muffin.
Okay guys, this next lunch idea was sent in by Mia. Mia is from California, and for her lunch today, she requested a twist on the classic PB&J. Now honestly, when I was a kid, I never realized why PB&J seemed to be really popular for me and for a lot of kids. But now I'm realizing not only is it super easy to make, but it's also really economical as well. But instead of using regular bread for Mia's PB&J today, I'm going to go ahead and use this flour tortilla instead. These are soft taco-sized tortillas. Now you guys, I did the math on these and they are only 8 cents per tortilla, which does end up being a little bit cheaper than using 2 pieces of regular bread. So to this tortilla, of course, I'm going to start by adding a layer of just good old plain peanut butter, nothing fancy here. Also going to be adding a layer of strawberry jam. Now, of course, this would be delicious just as is, but I'm going to go ahead and add an entire banana as well. Not only are bananas super affordable, usually bananas cost anywhere between 9 cents and 25 cents each, depending on where you shop. And believe it or not, you guys, bananas are actually America's most popular fruit. And I think a lot of that has to do with how inexpensive they are. So now that I have this all rolled up, I'm going to very carefully slice it into some smaller pieces and get them into the lunchbox. Next, I'm going to be adding in some fresh strawberries. Now, honestly, these aren't the cheapest fruit, but if you buy them in season, they will definitely be a better price. So keep that in mind whenever you're using fruit, to use what is in season at the time if you want to save money. For me as vegetable, I'm going to go ahead and add in some baby carrots. Carrots are actually really popular in all of these money-saving lunches this week. And for this many carrots, it's only about 19 cents. So yeah, super affordable. Next up is Mia's snack. She requested some goldfish crackers, and her favorite ones are also my favorite ones, which are of course the Mickey Mouse shaped ones. And then right next to the goldfish, I'm going to be adding in Mia's sweet treat. She requested a Rice Krispie treat. And honestly, I'm not quite sure if it would be cheaper to just buy these ones or to make your own from scratch. But I do know that these pre-made ones from the store are about 23 cents each, which is actually not too bad, and it's really convenient that they're ready to go. And now, last but not least, for Mia's drink today, she requested a Naked brand smoothie. And interestingly enough, when I was at the store, I found that the Bolthouse Farms brand of bottled smoothie was actually cheaper than the Naked brand. So that's why I decided to go with this one instead of the other brand. Definitely keep your eyes open when you're shopping, because small savings like that can definitely add up. The estimated total cost of Mia's lunch came to just $3.25, which is actually a pretty good deal considering that the smoothie itself was almost $2. Alright you guys, looks like you really liked it, but tell me what your favorite part was.
My favorite part was the drink and the banana and PB&J rolls.
Yeah, I think I added a little bit too much jam. Next time I might add a little bit less because it looks kind of messy, but at least it tastes good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what did you think about the green drink?
It was really good.
Who liked it?
Me.
Everybody?
Me.
Thumbs up. And now that brings us to Charlotte's lunch. Charlotte is from England, and interestingly enough, Charlotte and I share the exact same birthday. So happy birthday, Charlotte. So for Charlotte's lunch, I'm going to start with the main course first, and she requested something called the leftover sandwich. And you guys probably know exactly what I'm talking about when I say leftover sandwich, because really that could be anything you have. Now for me, my favorite kind of leftover sandwich to make would definitely be a meatloaf sandwich, but you guys let me know in the comments down below what your favorite leftover sandwich would be. For Charlotte's sandwich today, I'm going to start with 2 pieces of regular old bread. I got this loaf at Aldi, which is definitely one of the cheapest places to buy bread where I'm from. I actually did the math on this bread, and it only comes out to about 4 cents a slice, which is pretty good. So for this leftover sandwich, I'm going to start by adding just a little bit of mayo to each piece of bread. And then for the meat of this sandwich, I'm going to go ahead and add in just a few pieces of some baked ham that I had left over. And because this is just a little bit of meat, it's really not very expensive at all. I'm also adding in just one slice of cheese. And then basically I'm just looking through my fridge trying to find other toppings that I already have that might go well with this sandwich. I decided to add just a little bit of purple onion, and then I also found a little bit of lettuce in my fridge, so I'm adding that as well. And then for extra flavor, I'm just going to add a little drizzle of honey mustard right on the top. Since I'm just using a little bit of this, it's not really going to add much to the overall cost. And now I'm going to go ahead and close it up and cut it in half. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think this sandwich looks pretty good, especially considering it only cost about $1.25. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the sandwich into the lunchbox, and to help keep the sandwich together, I'm going to add one of these little happy birthday sandwich picks. Next up, I'm adding Charlotte's fruit. She requested just a plain apple, and instead of cutting into this apple, I'm actually just going to leave it whole. Sometimes I like to cut into apples and make them look really cute, but honestly, if you want the freshest apple possible, the best thing to do is just keep it whole. For Charlotte's veggies, we're actually going to be doubling it up here. And first I'm adding a little bit of broccoli. This is only about 15 cents worth of broccoli. And then I'm going to fill in the rest of the space with some baby carrots as well. And to go along with these veggies, I'm also including just a little bit of ranch. It was actually kind of surprising to me when I did the math on the ranch dressing. It definitely came out to be more expensive per serving than I thought it was, so I guess that's a good reason to just use a little bit. For Charlotte's snack today, she requested some barbecued flavor Pringle chips. But when I was at Walmart, I noticed that they actually have their own version of Pringle chips that are a little bit cheaper. So I'm not sure if they're going to be quite as good as Pringles, but I thought we could definitely give them a try. The regular brand of Pringles were $1.50 a can, whereas these generic ones were just $1 a can. For Charlotte's sweet treat today, she requested just a little packet of M&Ms. And you guys, I actually have two different kinds of M&Ms. I have the peanut ones and I have the traditional ones. You guys let me know in the comments down below which one is your favorite. Personally, I think the almond M&Ms are really good, but my favorite are probably the peanut butter ones. Those ones are so good. The packet that I'm adding into Charlotte's lunch today is only about 10 cents. It's also a smaller portion, which is probably not a bad thing either. So now I'm going to move this over just a bit so I have enough room to make Charlotte's drink. Now she let me know that in England they have a drink called squash, which I've never actually heard of, but it sounds a lot like these water enhancers that I have. You know, these are the kinds that you just add a little bit to water and it flavors it. These are actually a really affordable option if you're looking for something more than just plain water. These come in lots of different flavors, lots of different brands. Some of them have sugar, some of them don't. Some of them have caffeine and some of them don't. But on average, if you add this to regular water, you'll end up with a really tasty drink that only costs about 8 cents. So that's a really affordable way to make a pretty tasty drink. The estimated total cost of Charlotte's lunch comes to a grand total of $3.28. And now I'm going to go ahead and let the kids give this a try and they'll let us know what they think. Okay guys, now it looks like you liked the sandwich, but tell me, what was your favorite part?
My favorite part was the sandwich.
My favorite is probably the chips.
Do you like them better than Pringles, or do you like Pringles better?
These things kind of taste like Pringles, but they're not.
Yeah, they're definitely a little bit thicker, but they're pretty good. What about you, Lily? What was your favorite?
I like the carrots, but only if there's ranch.
You love ranch?
See you next week. Bye. Happy birthday, Charlotte.
Okay guys, to celebrate reaching over 500,000 subscribers on this channel, we are giving away 6 of these awesome lunch making kits. These kits come with some of my favorite sandwich cutters. It also comes with veggie cutters and food picks. This is just about everything you're going to need to make really awesome lunches. You guys are going to love them. So if you want to enter, make sure you're following us on Instagram and Facebook, and of course make sure you're subscribed to this channel as well. And then you can go ahead and use the link in the description box below to enter. Now the winners for this giveaway will be chosen next Saturday, so good luck you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching and for subscribing, and I'll see you in my next video.